Hello everyone, and today we're going to go over the best vehicles to use against griefers and pests. Are you sick and tired of not knowing what vehicle to buy for combat? Some vehicles are just absolutely awful, right? Yes, we're looking at you, half-track. Well, fear not. Today I'm going to tell you the best ones to use and when to use them, how to use them, why to use them, where to use them, who to use them. My name is iKills, you are my viewers, and this is my top 10 vehicles to counter griefers on GTA 5. Coming in at number 10, the Sparrow. The Sparrow isn't almighty, but it has mixed reviews. Oh, the Sparrow smokes too easily, even after they've buffed it. Excuse me? My nan smokes a lot and she's absolutely brilliant. This doesn't mean I hate it less. I just called my nan an it. The Sparrow can be used for some awesome free aim kills. It's an extremely flexible thing and aiming with it feels very smooth. Sure, it can go down with one explosive, but look at the brighter side. Once you get comfortable with this, you're laughing. The spawn rate is very fast when you request it, and also the fact that it spawns almost close to you no matter where you are. The flight mechanic deserves a raise. I'd recommend using this when you don't have access to your usual vehicles in the current moment, and preferably go for non-vehicle targets by using the dip shoot method. Coming in at number 9, RC Bandito, Tank and Drone. It's quite good to have a few pocket gadgets, right? And quite literally. These three vehicles are easily accessible from your interaction menu and are extremely effective. Going into a Bandito and RC tank takes you off the map completely, and that's perfect. You can also get kills in said vehicles. With the tank you have chances to get multiple kills, and with the Bandito you can go out with a bang. With the drone you don't go off the radar, but this is the quietest thing out of the three. And when you use it in a decent situation, you're golden. The prices of these can be overwhelming if you're a new player. In fact, I get the most abuse from griefers using these vehicles. I'd recommend using these when they're off the radar. Because if they are, why can't you? Don't waste 12k for Ghost when you can ghost yourself in these hot things. Coming in at number 8, the F1 Hunter and the Avenger. These two vehicles are also at the same level because of two reasons. They both have similar features and they're both better with two people. What we're looking at here is the mighty meat cannon. And I say that because when griefers get shot by this thing, they blow into chunks. Grab a pilot, grab a gunner, and you're absolutely set for life. I don't have one today, so I'm definitely not set. Oh, the Avenger can go in autopilot? Yes, indeed it can, sunshine. But you try running to the pilot deck before you get taken out by a stupid stealth jet. I won't be helping you. And neither will your Lord and Saviour Franklin's aunt. Yeah, we don't say her name here. Use these vehicles when they're fighting on ground, with or without vehicle. With good control and aim, you can spawn trap these little dweebs into next week. Number 7. The Night Shark and the Insurgent Pickup Custom. These vehicles go at exactly the same rank and there's multiple reasons for that. They're practically the same thing. Both vehicles can take hell of a lot of rockets to destroy, especially from those pesky little MK2 Harry Potter broomsticks looking around the gaff. The Night Shark has great protection from both rockets and bullets, and the Insurgent Custom is also the same way. However, this machine can drop explosive mines on its trail, blowing up and completely destroying any oppressors if they're too close to the ground behind you, and in fact any vehicle. Use these vehicles when you know they love to chase you, and who knows, maybe your trip mines might trip them. And coming in at number 6, the Akula Stealth Chopper. This is an absolutely sexy beast of a chopper. The Akula Stealth Chopper does not only look beautiful, it purrs like a kitten. Permanently off the radar when activated, giving you a chance to stalk your enemies before attacking. You can also hide from orb cannons in this thing, and let's not forget about dropping bombs. Nope, I'm not talking about you sat on the toilet, I'm talking about carpet bombs. You can also use the dip method in this with enough practice, and once upgraded the handling is very good. The rocket shooting speed and tracking is very decent for what it is, and I think for 3.3 million it's quite a good bargain. Honourable mentions. Before we get into my top 5, I have a category that I want to put here, and that's jets. Any jet, whether it was the Hydra and Laser, used to be an absolute godsend for any situation, but up until this day, most of their situations now don't work, because Rockstar nerfed them a couple of years back. The jets, and I mean any jets, are extremely useful for taking out other jets or other types of aggressive aircrafts, for example the B-11 Strike Force. I won't completely ignore the Raichu Jet. I think it's absolutely amazing, but I don't feel to put it on top of my list. When I dust her off in the hangar, I want to do money grinding with it and not griefing. You feel me? Hey, it's my list anyway, I don't care what you think, but I do appreciate that you're still here. Let's move on. Number 5. The Kanjali tank. We only have 3 major tanks on this game, but the Kanjali comes out on top, and to be fair, I don't need to explain why. Shut up. The seating space is good. You can drop mines, explosive mines, and the cannon sounds extremely orgasmic. And best of all, she can take a beating. Do you need to quickly flee from the tank? Cool, teleport method. They don't have to kill you. This vehicle is good to take out ground targets and land vehicles, and if aircrafts even get close to you, most definitely them as well. It's also good to hold up traffic. Number 4. The Deluxo. The Deluxo rockets are fast, very accurate, and hit their target usually with no problems. Dodging rockets can also be a challenge, but with the right falling methods and knowing when to turn around, you can dodge most of pressure shots easily. The only downside is the fact that it can be taken out quite easily with a railgun, RPG, explosive sniper. The speed for this is slow and the armor is terrible, but I will say this now. Having a weakness doesn't always mean it should be a bad thing. I'm weak every time I see sushi, but it makes me happy every time I eat it. You gotta look at both sides of the coin. Number 3. The Oppressor Mach 2. Yeah, okay, don't shoot me please, but if you can't beat them, join them, am I right? Even after the rocket nerf on the Oppressor Mach 2, it still holds down to one of the best and most handy vehicles in the game today. It's good for getaways, the flexibility and control is good, and it's the perfect tool for dip shooting. By the way, dip shooting is this. And to make dip shooting easier, you can also combine it with the thermal too. The Oppressor is good for taking out large vehicles because the Oppressor is good for taking out large vehicles because the rockets these days are so stupid it can't even hit a medium target if you are staring at it. The missiles just fly around it like they're too scared to touch it. But that's okay, I understand. People are scared to touch me too. An extremely overpriced machine, but in the end, worth it. And it will always be a good trusty. Ugh. The MK2's big brother is also not a bad shout on top of that. You can practice dip shots with this too. But most of the time, you'll find yourself being completely yeeted from the bike when you make contact with the pavement. Number 2. RC vehicles with weapons. Now this is where the meat and potatoes come in. Wait, who the hell wrote this transcript? Any RC vehicle for that matter are by far any means the most safest vehicle and surprisingly the most underrated. Off radar? Check. Can't kill you? Check. You can start driving this thing from anywhere you want and when they blow up your vehicle, you're safe. Because wherever you are when you first went into the vehicle is where you spawn when it's blown up. Now that right there is awesome. Running over griefers or even using the machine guns on them to make them salty, and using the sad trombone horn each time you kill them. Now that right there is going to rustle too many jimmies. But putting matters into perspective, you're stuck in first person the whole time and your vision is limited. But don't let that get to you. Make your car blend in with the traffic and those pesky griefers will never see you coming. Number 1. Yeah, you guessed it, Terra. Look at it in all its glory. The reason why the Terra takes the top spot is because these days, 90% of the griefers are always on oppressors. The Terra missiles are so good they hardly, if not ever, miss them. The Terra doesn't show up as a blip on the map. When an oppressor comes near you, it has no idea what it's in for. Very fast rocket shooting. Decent enough armor for a car. 4-seater paradise for a party. Rocket boost in the back to avoid most homing missiles. Can go underwater and completely James Bond these fools. And best of all, it's completely free. Wait, no it's not, sorry. It felt like a TV commercial for a second, I was really going for it. The Terra is even capable of taking out fast moving aircrafts if they come close enough. Don't want to wait for them to come down and get you? No problem. Find a slant and just boost in the air. Run griefers over at high speed. Go underwater so they can't even shoot you with missiles. And sometimes you see some vehicles try and pretend to be the Terra. Hey, psst, get out of here. Honestly, this thing has saved my skin more times than I can count. And I can count pretty high. That's it, and I hope you enjoyed my top 10. And if you really liked my video, you should subscribe to not miss any more. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Oi. Outside now.